Alright, part 2 of what I'm calling now Oprah, not Oprah, because I really haven't found her yet, except what might have been one redacted name. But leaving off where we left off in the last, starting up where we left off in the last video, we are now going back to page 17 of this 84-page file, file EFTA 001444401, and I was skimming through it really quickly. I was telling Aiden that we got to pretty much pick up where we left off. It's the 10th of January 2024, and the reason why I'm saying this is it says, I want to explain why I think it would be a massive advantage to all the Epstein victims and me, especially after the last 24 hours, and how the media has completely and utterly destroyed me publicly, including using me as a political collateral damage to hide crimes of rape and sex trafficking, knowing that they all don't have a leg to stand on trying to discredit me, especially with all the evidence I've sent to the media backing up my allegations, including JP Morgan and Citibank emails, the time I was trafficked, and after when Adam followed me to London and lived in my house, prevented me from going to authorities in 2007 and 2008, whilst the plea bargain was being negotiated by Alan Dershowitz, who has worked on behalf of the State of Israel for decades. Can you believe the cheek of both Alan and Adam? So this is probably the same person then, from the last one, because can you believe the cheek is unless they're actually no, if they're British then that might be more. I think it's a more British term. Okay, whoever this is, they're claiming that they have rape and photos of rape and sex traffic victims right next to me on Epstein Islands, on Epstein's Island, that were used in both recent bank class actions, and I have been trying for 7 years to get those other victims in court to testify and corroborate my story, especially of how my starvation was used as entertainment and torture for all over extended period, along with being raped repeatedly and sex trafficked. Okay, it does sound like it's the same person. She's talking about like what she went through. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Okay, you remember what I said about how sometimes it'll just be information tacked on to like previous emails? I think that's what I got here. It looks like it's like literally the exact. It's now like the second one where it looks like they're using the exact same email from the last one. And it's just they tacked it onto this particular file too. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I read this particular section out to you, because my memory is.
You read it before?
Yeah, I definitely read this part before. Yeah, this is her talking about her being 3 months pregnant, and she's talking about like. This looks like it was in the last one. Let me see, actually. I'm just going to take a random sentence and double check and see if it pops up on the first one that I found. So the first few emails that were listed in that last one, yeah, it's the same one. I'm afraid I have to describe. You know what? This is the exact same one. Wait a minute. Did I just reread every things that I... Aiden, we might have to just destroy the last one, because this looks like... It might be. I don't know. I can't tell, because this whole thing is very confusing. But I don't remember reading that first part, and now it's doing the thing where it's so difficult to find what I'm looking at. Where it's just deleting all the searches. Let me see, because I don't remember this first email, but maybe my... Oh, nope. Yeah, no, okay, so the first... This is weird. So it looks like... The blanked out section looks about the same. Like the whole redacted section. Okay, if anyone's really good at identifying... Okay. If you are really good at identifying symbols, we actually might be able to figure out who this last person is here in the redacted section, because I can clearly make out like the G's in here. So for the file EFTA 001444401. Okay, I was worried I was just having like this huge memory lapse, but no. The first few letters, the first few emails exchanged were different. So yeah, they are different. The first few are definitely different. So it's about 17 pages in. That's when we go back to the ones from the other file, the first one I read. So it looks like that's why Oprah is mentioned in these two separate files, because it's literally just the same. It's other than the fourth one. So EFTA 001444401. That one looks like it's almost exactly the same as EFTA 001444276, other than it's got more stuff in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we were talking about earlier. This is just in the last video. This is just frustrating.
Definitely.
Oh my goodness, it's another one. It's the same opening. Yep, okay. Yeah, so this is a same opening, also really big. Am I looking at a different one, or am I looking at the same one? I can't tell anymore if I look at the duplicates. Okay. Okay, there we go. Here we go. No, I just opened up the same one twice. That was my bad. I clicked on the wrong one. Okay, it's a quick one. EFTA 02525551 .pdf. Only the Donald could make T dash something. I think it's this Porter thing into a 5-day story, and that's it. I don't know what this Porter is about. And then Oprah is literally only in the link for Business Insider. So we might not have any. I didn't know you. This also looks like this might be a repeat, but I'm gonna click on it anyway. See if there's. Oh my goodness, there it is again. All the redactions, and they made it really small. They made the text super small. Only it's got. Oh, Elon's mentioned in this one at the top for the subject. Holy smokes, I cannot read this at all. It is tiny. Which is why I have to zoom in and see if there's anything we're making. Now you will not make blank homeless, nor will you keep me from. It's supposed to be from, but from redacted, and Cyril, you will not keep me from. Or it could be like, another thing I've noticed is like I wonder if they deliberately mess with the text, because I've had this might be, I think this is actually an exchange of text messages, maybe. I can't. This one, okay, this one is EFTA 001432287, and I do not know what this is. It's 118 pages long, and all of the font is absolutely tiny. Like, I got a 195% now. At 156, I could barely read it. 195%, I can now read it. Oh. These financial incentives already have my bank statement, all my financials for Kash Patel. He is welcome to everything I have. And that is on page 7 of this particular file. Dang. So, continuing. 5 years worth of my voice. Love it. 5 years of me. I've been. What is all this? But mentions Kash Patel. Oh, this one's interesting. Okay, Aiden. I don't know what this is, but this is interesting. It's only one line of sentence, but it's on page 8. I do not know what God you all follow, but this is not God. That is what it's like. The only actual text in there. Everything else is like some sort of link or reference, except at the bottom and towards like yeah, that's pretty much it. There's like nothing else in here. This looks actually like it's code. Actually, I think it might be code. Like, I'm not good with code. I've done some coding, but I barely understand it. Oh no, is this the word of God? Man-made famine. Then it goes, I do not know what God you all follow, but this is not God. That is interesting. Because
That's interesting, indeed.
Okay, very last couple lines on this particular page on 8. I also think, Elon, you've missed the mark on this one because there is a big difference between Epstein grooming pedophile gang, all your mates and you, and the holy smokes, I can't even read the Richdale rapists and something. Can I copy and paste that and actually see what that says? Because I don't know what that says, but it's something rapists. Okay, that is not what it was, because it's clearly the first letter is an R, and all I can read is it says Itodale, Itoidale. That's not right though. I can't. That is definitely not. It looks like it's Rochdale. Rochdale. I think it's Rochdale, but it's the font is so terrible. They are all in jail, and you're not. Okay, I'm going to not continue in this one, but this I will look up and see where where the heck she is. Why on earth is she mentioned in here? Wait a minute. Her name's not popping up. Do I have her name right? Because I get it wrong? I think I spelled it right. Oh, speaking of which, I worded that wrong. But I did the thing where I spelled her name wrong. I just realized I spelled her name wrong again on the last video, but either way holds up. I'll leave it in the description. I'll explain in the description what I did with the redacted section. But that whole redacted name, that would fit Oprah Winfrey perfectly. Even if it's 5 letters instead of 6, because I kept the O. I didn't capitalize the O, but it looked like with that font it could have been Oprah Winfrey. But anyways, I am trying to find her name. I spelled it right this time. Oprah. She's literally not popping up. So she pops up in the search engine for the Jeffrey Epstein files when this particular file pops up. So this is a file that pops up when I type in her name into the Jeffrey Epstein search engine. Her name does not, however, pop up within the file when you put it into the search engine, when you put it into the search bar. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how to use a search bar?
Yeah. So when you put in her name, it's not appearing like it would normally, or
it's not appearing at all. So I'll use the search bar, Control F for Control Find, and I can put in victims. Does Georgia Milan not know about what's happened, who David Boys is, and what he does to victims if rape, it must mean if rape and trafficking? 200 girls are going to have to testify. So there seems to be a consensus that there's at least 200 people available to testify, because that's the most common number I keep reading. And there were a lot of women in wherever Pam Bondi was. I don't want to say Congress, but wherever that government hearing was, there was a bunch of women behind Pam Bondi raising their hands, saying they were willing to testify. So, yeah, if I put in Oprah's name, and if I spell it correctly, Oprah, she actually does not pop up when I put her in the search bar. And when I put her in the search engine, this file pops up. So why is that? I have no idea. I'm going to try now intentionally put her name in incorrectly, because I did put her name I did put her name incorrectly when I was looking her up in the search engine on the Jeffrey Epstein files. It was just when I was looking at the redacted name. It does kind of match up. It could be possibly her. Oh. And it's not popping up. She is not popping up at all, not even with the incorrect spelling. So, yeah, I don't know why this was a sus file. Because it pops up when I put the name in the search engine, does not pop up when I put her name in the search bar. I'll have to look at that one later. Hang on, let me make sure I got the right one before I continue on. These things just take forever to load, so this is the one. Oh boy. I don't want to go through and listen to the ones I listed off, but I am running out of ways to keep up with how many files I go through. And although I think I'm kind of like going pretty good in subsequential order on these. Duchess of York is expected to appear on Oprah. Wait a minute, isn't the Duchess of York expected? Isn't she expected? I mean, not expected. Isn't she Prince Andrew's wife? Yep, that's her, I believe. Duchess of York, Sarah Margaret Ferguson, Princess Beatrice, but that's, yep, she began a relationship with Andrew in 1985. This is Wikipedia stating that. So Oprah's interviewing the wife of the guy who we know for sure, who we know without a shadow of a doubt, pretty much, because of all the testimonies against them, because of all the pictures, was on the island, was doing stuff, was exchanging emails with Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, the guy we pretty much know for sure was a pedophile. Oprah's meeting up with his wife. And this particular file is from March 27th, 2010. Okay. Looks like a lot of this is just more information on Oprah. It's like, this one's interesting. This one's a quick one. It's an email. Monday, November 1st, 2010. I am filming the Oprah docuseries, so my timing is hell. I might know what docuseries they are referring to, but I could be incorrect. I don't want to say anything right now, because I'm just going to go down a rabbit hole. What days are you here for this week? What days are you here this week? This email, any files transmitted with it are confidential and intended solely for the use of the individual or entity to whom they are to address. You have received this email in error. Please notify the sender immediately. And this is from redacted to Jeffrey Epstein. This is file EFTA 00754035. This is, I think Oprah knows something. I think Oprah, do you know about the Harvey Weinstein, and then do you know how the whole debacle, how a lot of people think, like, she made the whole Michael Jackson, a documentary, which, by the way, they contradict themselves in that documentary multiple times. But did you hear about how they think that she released that documentary because she knew that stuff about Harvey Weinstein was going to come out? And because Michael Jackson is the bigger name and people know who he is, she made that documentary to, like, cover
people off, Weinstein's trail.
Pretty much, yeah. She wanted them to be distracted. And if you see pictures of her of Harvey Weinstein, like, they're holding hands. She's like, I think they got their arms around each other in certain pictures, and they were supposed to be good friends, and they were, like, talking all the time and doing stuff together. Now that we don't have the Oprah files, so I can't say to what extent they were good friends, but let the records show they were friends to some capacity. And you also see pictures of, like, Oprah introducing people to Harvey Weinstein, young women to Harvey Weinstein. So there is a theory that it's like, oh, well, Michael Jackson is dead anyways, so we can kind of, and he's a bigger name than Harvey Weinstein. So maybe if we talk about him instead, like it'll distract from Harvey Weinstein, and then because the news media is going to want to run Michael Jackson, like they've always preferred to run him over anything else. Like that's how it's always been, like for like the longest time. I just remember like after he passed away, like it was everything was about him for like 2 years, and like I liked the guy, but oh my goodness, 2 years was give the man your respects and just stop, please. So, let's see what else. Michael Faber. What is this? This. Maybe a nothing burger. It looks like it was about business, but that was file EFTA 019411651. And there's the docuseries again. ESPN, a production company, past experience of Oprah and Ellen. I didn't come to the house yet. According to you, you were busy catering to my what? 2 from Jeffrey Epstein. I don't understand your hotel message. Last week I spent extra time in the office. Nanny did whatever she could to help every day. I didn't come to the house yet. According to you, you were busy catering to my every whim. An Oprah expression. Valdson bought the food and cooked, yet you catered to my every whim. You did get the plants I asked for. Is that my whim? Wait. So something I'm always hesitant about. Oh, and this is August 4th, 2009. This is something that looks like could be sus. I'm running out of battery here, so we'll wrap this one up because I don't know why it's not plugged in. I don't want to be moving around and plugging it in on camera. How much time do I got left? Yeah. Got 18 minutes. Okay, the video's we're gonna have to wrap it up in 8 minutes, so we'll be fine. But anyways, file EFTA 018159222. So if we ever can decode every food related item, this could be important. May not be important. But this one does mention food, and we know that pretty much anytime food is mentioned in an Epstein file, that could mean a victim. And and I don't understand your old house. Valdson bought the food and cooked, yet you catered to my every whim. And he says that's an Oprah expression. Now, I'm not an Oprah fan. I've never really listened to too much Oprah stuff. But what's interesting is I've never heard that expression before. And it sounds like it's a negative one, which I don't know why that would be. And so, why would you cater to my every whim be an expression? You know what I'm saying? Cater to my every whim. After her interview, Oprah decided she had talent skills that used for her network. There's another one. I think it's the exact same. I wonder if this is another duplicate. This is a duplicate. I think this is an exact duplicate. So, August 4th, 2009. Why? Is this a duplicate? I need to find out. I need to go back and check because I think I'm pretty sure it's another duplicate because it looks like it's exactly the same. However, how they decided to do the time instead of using. So the last one, I think they used regular time, and this one they're using military time. So I'm going back, catering to your every whim. The first one, yeah, they used regular time on the first. The only difference is how they did the date and time. It's literally the exact same. It's a duplicate, and I wonder if that is for some. I wonder if that is like for like maybe one was found on a phone and one was found on a computer. That would be my guess, and I'm not looking. Maybe I'm missing something, but I didn't see anything about it, from my computer, from my phone, or anything like that. So I don't know, but it's like there's another duplicate, and it drives me nuts. Here's another one from, okay, this is to Jeffrey Epstein from Patricia Neville. This is June 26, 2009. It's almost July. Did Oprah shoot last week and heading to do a town and country? I'm the mother of the bride. Stop laughing. And these darn editorials literally pay squawk. Can you believe models do these to get the tier sheets for their portfolios? Unreal to me. Wish me luck. Oh, heading to Iowa for my granddaughter's 6th birthday next week. Hard to believe, huh? Patricia Neville, Wilhelmina Models, New York. Okay. This one, EFTA 024439471. This one may be a nothing burger, but it's weird to think that people were emailing them about their grandkids, knowing what we know now about this guy. I don't know. I do want to go through, at least look at all the descriptions of Oprah, because she's not been talked about a whole lot. She's in here, and like I was telling you earlier when we weren't on camera, I think when you got people, or maybe it was someone else, I think I've told a few people this, Oprah seems to be like right in that sweet spot of like not quite like the untouchable billionaire, but not quite expendable celebrity. She's like, they don't, for all the scandals she's been caught up with, she's gotten off pretty clean. So it seems to me like she is trying to enter that stratosphere of the billionaires. But this is just my running theory. I literally have no evidence to go off of. But from someone from the outside looking in, this is what it looks like to me. Sunday, so someone is telling Jeffrey they're going on Oprah. And this person, she is going to ask me to pay about my debts. She's going to ask me about my debts. The entrapment of last year and press tour about you in January. And press about you in Jan. Okay, the entrapment of last year and the press about you in Jan. Okay, I don't know what in Jan means. Is it a person? Is it in January or what? I have absolutely no idea.
I would assume in the month of January, but I don't know. You never know with these people.
Yeah, this is Thursday, May 5th, 2011. No idea. I do want to go through all these at some point. But I can't. I don't think I can do it on a video, just because like I gotta talk. I can't just be having people see my eyes go up and down. And she definitely has some. There's got to be something in here a little bit more interesting. It's not. There's some people talking about going on Oprah Winfrey. A little bit more in here, but I'm not. Okay. More. For a minute, I thought I saw something that could be. But it's one of those things where it's like there's so many files, 155 with her name. I wonder if there's something in there that could easily be overlooked because there are so many files. But that really big one with 84 pages, like that one was crazy. And so and that one is just basically the first one that I found, added with a bunch more. So final thoughts. We got 1 minute left.
Final thoughts. I don't got any at the moment, but yeah, it's just kind of crazy how everything's kind of tangled up and just so many connections from Hollywood to world leaders to, politicians. Like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Alright, here's another one. Noor Queen Rania Al Abdullah. She's in here. Right next to Hillary Clinton. I'm going to save that name because I have not seen that one yet. If I haven't seen a name and it looks like somebody important, gotta keep it. We are out of time.